Hi, hello guys. Welcome back if you listened to my first episode, and nice to see you here again. A little change. I'm not on my bed at this time. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see I'm like in a very tiny room. I hope the echo is not too bad. It looks like I'm in a closet or in a toilet. I'm not. I'm in a small booth in the co-working space that I use because there's a lot of construction going on at home still. And there's not a quiet moment during the date since. So I'm recording my podcast from here. Okay, so I hope you guys are well. And today I wanted to bring a topic which is nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about what you say, about what you do, about the decisions that you make. But it's not as bad as it seems. And of course, I'm going to explain that. But first, I'd like to ask you a few questions. And well, of course, this podcast situation makes it more like a one-way conversation, which I still need to get used to. But at the end of the day, the answers are mostly for you, although I'd love to chat with you on that topic, but it's more for you to consider. So let me ask you this. Are you someone who pays a lot of attention to what people might say or might think about you? Are you worried or conscious about the image that you reflect and the image that you project and reflect and how people see you? And if so, why do you think that is? Why do you think that matters so much? And I'm asking that as someone who, myself, I have for a very, very long time paid, I think, way too much attention to this. And there's a lot of reasons for that, like mostly coming from my upbringing, but this is maybe a topic for another day. But for now, what I'd like to say, and I'm going to share some examples. I think this is how it's going to go in this podcast anyways. Whenever I can, I'll bring up part of my life experience to you because those are the best lessons. And I think this is how we learn, how we build experience, how we learn lessons. And if they're not to be shared, then what for? So I'm going to take an example right now. Well, those who know me know a bit of that story. And for those who don't, I will probably do an episode where I introduce myself more in details. But for today, I'm just going to talk about the fact that years ago, I got married for a first time. And not long after, I got a divorce. So what do you think happened? Of course, a lot of people talked. People take side, and I think that's perfectly fine. Like, this is normal, this is human, and this is like how it was. But people said a lot of stuff, and I realized, oh, people do have an opinion about something that has nothing to do with them, and this is exactly it. And it doesn't have to be as intense as a divorce. It could be you making a decision about a career change, making a decision about a styling change, like the color of your hair, or like moving apartment, moving country. Any decision that you make, people are going to have an opinion about that. But them having an opinion doesn't mean that they do care. So what I'd like to say here and bring a distinction on today is people who do care about you, they're going to show up, they're going to care in the most loving way. But those people who have an opinion and whose opinion doesn't matter, well, it doesn't matter. And so you shouldn't pay attention to what they have to say, because as we learn with time and experience, what people have to say about you and your situation has not a lot to do with you actually, but is more a reflection on what they're going through. And they would compare, like they would see you do something or you going through something, and they would compare their own situation, confront their fears of maybe doing the same thing as you did, but maybe they don't dare, maybe they're scared, maybe they wonder, what if I also dare to do what she's doing, what he's doing? And sometimes they're going to feel anger, they're going to feel, I don't know, like a lot of things that have nothing to do with you, but with them. So you might as well just walk your path, choose the way that you want, and just live the life that you want without caring about what people think, because they do not care. literally, they don't care about you. What they care about is what it means to them, right? And another thing that I wanted to say is, maybe you noticed, but like the times that people might have say stuff to you that were hurtful were the time that it was true. And that's what I wanted to bring with my example of, like me getting a divorce, is that as someone, like I said, who used to worry a lot about what people would say, I mean, that was a perfect lesson for me because I heard a lot of stuff. And to be honest, I was surprised that most of the things didn't affect me in the way that I thought they did. And do you know why? Because a lot of things I heard weren't true to me. And so this is how it is. Like when people say something to you and you think that, oh, they got it completely wrong, you just shake it off and walk your way. But the moment that it hurts is because there's something there for you to look at and consider and work on, because what they say doesn't matter. What matters is what you think about what they say, right? So for me, it was like an interesting experience from this perspective of taking distance between what people think or say about me and what I really want for myself and the decisions that I make, because I know what I'm taking them. And most of the time, people, they do not have a full picture. Everything is a matter of perspective, and nobody knows you or what you're going through better than you and your people, those who do really care. So to finish, I don't know how many minutes I've been talking, but I wanted to keep that one short as well for now, until I get used to this whole talking to myself situation. But I read something recently that was about the unhappiest people are those who live through what others are saying about them, because you can never control. You can never please everybody. That's a start, but you can also never control the image that people have about you. It has nothing to do with you again. And I think this is the most important takeaway on that topic, is that people do not care. They don't care about you. What they care about is their own situation when they compare themselves to you. So I'm going to cut it short, but I wanted to thank you again so much for showing up. And I'd love to hear your opinion about that. And if you relate, if you have lived through similar experiences, and if you want to, just interact and let me know what you thought. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you very soon, and have a beautiful week. Bye.